March in the garden is a really nice time, I think. Spring is starting to show its head. We're almost there now. The flowers and everything's starting to wake up. So in the front garden, we've got the rosemary blue flowers coming out. We've got these yellow flowers on the large bush in the front garden, and they've been around for a little while. The rhubarb has really quickly started growing again, so it's quite substantial this year. It's grown further out away from the original plant, so I'm hoping for a really good crop this year, although I'm thinking about getting an earlier growing rhubarb plant. The lemon balm is back growing again. This spreads really quickly, so I have to keep an eye on that. And the chives are already growing again, ready to use. There's quite a few around again. The strawberries grew a lot last year. They put out a lot of shoots to grow new plants, which are buried in the gravel. So I think we're going to have lots of good strawberries again this year. The thyme is still growing away really well. There's 3 types of thyme that have all sort of intermingled here, and they're really good. The lavender, although I haven't cut it this year, I normally cut it back, it has started greening up again, so it's starting to look nice again. So I might just leave it to see what happens. The wildlife is starting to come back into the garden. There's some bees around this morning. There's some ladybirds on some of the plants and some butterflies hovering around. So it's nice to see them back and starting to search for food in the plants. In the back garden, we've got lots of daffodils in flower at the moment and some more to come. There's also a few tulips that are just starting to grow. We've got about 4 big clumps of daffodils. I've also got some daffodils in some pots, although they seem to be a little bit later this year. They haven't grown as many flowers, but hopefully they'll catch up soon. Shrubs are all starting to shoot their leaves again, and this is a really nice bush with bright red bark and really bright green leaves when they first emerge. The 2 fruit trees are also starting to show signs of growth again. They're both doing really well, growing really well again this year, so hopefully they'll continue to grow, and maybe one day we'll get some fruit off of these 2 trees. I've done a lot of work in the back garden this winter, so I finally cut back the 3 large trees. I've cut them back quite a lot. I took about over 6 foot off the top of the bun at the back. They were really quite tall, so I've cut them all right back, and that bush that I was just showing you, also trimmed quite a lot off of that because it was getting really big. We've removed the big laurel bush on the side as well. We removed that to make room for some new vegetable beds. So one of these was one I had before, and I've also built a new one the same size approximately. So these are about, I think about 2 meters by 1 meter each. And so far we've planted one full of potatoes, of new potatoes. So they should be ready in about May. And the other one we've done a line of carrots and a line of leeks. And I'll plant some more in April. So yeah, we're hoping to get some good veg out of those, as well as the pots. We'll use pots for courgettes again this year. So yeah, lots growing in the garden. Looking forward to April when we can really start sowing more seeds